What's going on,
True
people?
wild.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at around the world. This is Drama Free Gaming. We're back for about another hour here to do this limited bounty, weekly bounty, whatever you want to call it, on Monster Hunter World. Getting things ready and set up here for another day. If you're catching this live or on a VOD, more than likely on a VOD, on videos on demand, whether on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, it's Drama Free Gaming. Just look that up. Hit me up with a subscribe and a follow. Help me get to that 100 subscriber, the magic number for me to get that URL, that endtime, XENDXTIMEX, slapped at the end of YouTube. And by the way, that's my gamer tag here on Xbox. And it's that same gamer tag that is at the end of Mixer.com, DLive, and Twitch TV. So that's out of the way. We get that out of the way. What's going on, Jay? Are you in this game to get that invite?
I got that invite. I am slowly but surely lagging my way in.
All right. So I'm just gonna go and eat while you come into the game. What's up, Pops? Pops jumping on the Mixer side. What's going on, brother? Yeah, I see you. Okay, Jay.
What's going on, Big Hungry?
Pops has been writing that what is it, that what's the game you've been playing, Pops? Gosh, I just had on the tip of my tongue that online game you've been playing.
What, Black Desert or
No, OSE, or I think
Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls. ESO, yes. Oh, now he's doing Apex. he stayed the other night, like up until the wee hours of the next day, and then what, you slept through almost through all of 4th of July. Something like that. I know he put that on the Discord.
Man, you know Pops ain't got no life.
Apex and ESO. Hey, that brother works hard, plays hard. He does it
I ain't
all.
mad at him.
He does it all.
So the conversation, we need to pick up on this conversation we were having.
Yes, we need to pick up on the conversation. You was talking about how, and I'm not gonna put words in your mouth. What was it that you were saying about the acceptance of games? 36 hours of Apex. Yep, that's what Pops was doing. Go for it.
Wow. Well, in my personal opinion, I think that we are at a time where game companies, producers, what may have you, they do not have to put out a perfect game. They can put out what they have, and it is us to the consumer. We decide if we accept it or not. Let's take Anthem, for example. Anthem, everybody was hyped about Anthem. We all were like, man, this game is going to be great. What happened? EA sent out a very inferior product. They worked on it for 6 years, and they're still working on it now. And it's the same for every game they have released in the past 10 years. Name one game that has launched or released perfectly.
Yeah, Pops is like saying #truth, not just Anthem, it's every game at the moment. Yep, ATM. No, I don't disagree with what you're saying. As a matter of fact, I'm 100% on board with what you just said. It's something interesting that I was just listening to a interview that IGN did with Todd Howard over there at Bethesda. And they were talking about his career being 25 plus years there, same company producing games, whatnot. And he made that same comment when he was asked about Fallout 76 and how the reception of that was, to say the least, bumpy. But he was talking about how, and I'm not quoting him, but the gist and the essence of it is just like what you just said. He knew going into 76 that they wanted to do something. Now, this was his explanation, something new, that it might not get the reception that, people anticipated, being Fallout fans, and that it was going to be bumpy. Pop says we do beta testing, but paying full game prices. Yeah, that's going to add to this conversation, Pops. But you know what? But when he said that, I like to look at both sides of the coin. Yes, I'm not a producer. I don't make games, nothing like that. But let's take a company that does so far up to this point that I'm aware of. And there's a couple of companies out there, but CD Project Red. Let's look at CD Project Red.
All right.
Let's look at Rockstar. You know, these are companies that take not a year, not 2 years, sometimes not even 3 years. We're talking about 5+ years. You know, Naughty Dog is another company. When these companies put out games, they've been at their craft for 5+6. They don't buckle under the pressure of, oh, I got to get this game out in the next 2 years because I got shareholders, yada yada yada. So let me put some half-baked game out there, and like Pops just said, let the people do the beta testing and pay us full price, and we'll just fix it down the road. You know, and a year from now, maybe a year and a half, if their game survives and is still there, then maybe you'll have the game that you hoped for. Maybe. And I think that sucks.
Well, I do. Here's my remedy, and I know this is going to be like a kick in the teeth to most people. You can charge me $120 for a game and give me every possible thing that it has. I don't want to spend an extra $40 for some season pass. Just give it all to me in one shebang. I don't care if the game takes you 8 years to make. Here's your game, $130, all inclusive, everything you have. The only thing we got to do is patch it. I'll buy it. Why not? If you're giving me everything, and they got to do a subtle patch here and there, not I got to wait 6 months. Oh well, here's the newest content. Oh, you know, and most of the content is already programmed into the game. So rather than just skimping out, we'll give you, as Pop would say, here's a beta for $60. We get the beta. Oh man, this game's gonna be great. Next thing you know, we're all complaining. Well, that was a waste of money. Why did we spend that? Well, here comes new content. Well, why couldn't you put this content in when the game released the first time? Why couldn't you just push the game back another year and a half? I'd have been fine with it. Charge me more money.
Right.
Give me my money's worth.
Yeah, I think there's always going to be factors that you and I, as like the average person, and Pop says, then games, after he says we're doing beta testing, but paying full game prices, then he says, then games that make the cut starts getting funding, we pay for a DLC, which puts it in release. And then he goes on to say, I swear he is here reading chat. I'm in here, I'm reading the chat. But I think that there's been that shift. Upper Echelon, who's on YouTube, he's usually,
love that guy.
Yeah, well, some people don't, because I think he gives the scoop, and he always comes across as being negative and harsh, but I think he speaks a lot of truth. I don't agree with him 100%. I don't agree with anyone 100%, but I think he puts it out there where he says, what happened to, and again, these are not his words, I'm not quoting him, but basically he's saying, what happened to the days where we got a full game, not some half and half game, and I think the industry has switched to that, or has somehow migrated to that, and we're really not given a choice, to be honest. We're not given a choice as gamers. We're not. No, there's no company knocking on my door sending a survey out saying, "Hey, how would you feel if we send out, a game that's half baked?" It's like, no, take the game and then do with it what you want.
Do you know when games really started truly becoming half baked?
Yeah, enlighten me.
Back in the PS2 era, when these game systems started being more compatible online. When game systems were not compatible online, these companies gave you everything they had in the first run of the game. Period. There was no patch. There was no, you got to do this. It was literally, If you spent on PlayStation 1, if you bought a PS1 game and you spent your $60, that was the game. And the games, and most of those games were excellent.
Right. Well, I think, and then Pops says, and this is why Monster Hunter World did so great. And I think Monster Hunter is continuing to do great. Because I think they gave you a game, and then they just kept supporting it with the content. They're still supporting it. And Iceborne is right around the corner. Where are you at, Jay? I'm already in this world. I got Radobon in front of me. But anyways, but
they got me in the
okay.
bowels. So
okay.
Back up.
But I agree with what you're saying. But again, the shift when you got a game that's strictly online or can plug online, yeah, that should make, in my opinion, the producers, these game companies, they should make their job even easier, because yeah, you can go in there and patch, but patch after the fact, not ship a game knowing, oh, this game ain't ready to ship. And then again, I know there's other factors like, shareholders and all this other stuff. We got the juices here. And Radobon, I think he's going to make a run for it. Yeah, he's making a run for it because he don't want a piece of the basil juice. But yeah, I think it's just an excuse. Because if you have an online component, or you can patch your game, via online, via the internet, yada, yada, yada. And that's what you're going to depend on. Like right now, Anthem is suffering because you don't have nobody playing it. You have...
Well, not only that, they sent a game that wasn't even fully done.
Yeah, and it's a shame, because the skeleton of what's there, the concept of what's there, I think, in my opinion, it's a great concept. It's a great game. I was hyped for it and played it.
I was too.
And played it, but then real quick lost all sort of interest for it, because the game was, there was no content.
They knew exactly what they were doing. Like, they sat back and they promoted it, they hyped it. Anthem is going to be the next best thing since sliced bread.
Mm-hmm.
You guys aren't.
It's going to be the Destiny killer. I remember that. The Destiny killer. Now, I don't know if EA said that, but there was people saying, "Oh, this is the game that's going to kill Destiny." Yada yada yada. Destiny is still here, and Anthem, well, I don't know. It's not flourishing, that's for sure.
Well, do I think there's a possibility Anthem can make a comeback? Absolutely. Many games have done it. But it's how you do it. And right now, EA does not have the best, how should I say, record of supporting its games or its fans.
Well, I mean, did you hear the report just recently talking about how the top execs were going to skip out or pass on taking their bonus monies this year because their whatever quarterly sales weren't up to par, so they're going to sacrifice themselves.
Oh, you telling me the corporate entity?
That may,
they gonna sacrifice themselves, huh?
I was like, that's cringy, man. That was real cringy.
And this is why that word right there, corporate, is why we can't have the games we used to have.
All right, I'm on top of Roto, by the way. Oh, let's see if I can get this flurry. Come on, get to the head. Let's go.
That big boy.
Got him.
We got it. We got old Roto wore out, boy.
Let's see if I can sharpen up while you're doing your thing. All right, here we go. Yeah, I mean, a lot to discuss by much more informed and smarter individuals than us. But I tell you one thing, just as a gamer here on the bottom of the totem pole, like you said before, it all comes down to we vote really with our wallet. And You know, sometimes it just feels like we're gambling, like we're taking a risk on some of these games on the promise that, oh, what what you advertise to me or what you promise to me, you're going to eventually fulfill. And then when it doesn't happen, it sucks.
Well, let's take it. I hate abusing Anthem, but they make it so easy.
I mean, it's a
When
reality.
Anthem
That's what
first
it's
came
out
out,
there.
yeah, when Anthem first came out for the first week, everybody was pumped. Everybody was hyped. Man, this game looks great. You can do this. And then after that week, people started kind of scratching their beards and going, "Wait, this game's missing this. Why is it doing this? What's going on with that?" You know, EA tried to, hey, things are, it's gonna be all right. We're taking care of it. And that's cool. But don't keep hyping the game up and making promises you can't keep.
Right.
I'm sorry, but EA is not a company that I could trust for anything. I mean, if the same company that's been remaking the same game for the past 10 years, but
Hey, but you know when something is, oh, this guy's gonna cart me? Are you serious? I know he ain't gonna cart me. Drink that potion. Come on, drink that potion. Pops is saying, do them dishes. Laugh out loud. I got ears like a bat. I don't know. I ain't doing no dishes. That's probably my wife cooking up something in the kitchen. I think she's in there. I'm here. I'm playing games. Y'all can see me on the stream.
yeah, Pop, don't be hating Pops and his wife actually cooks and yours don't.
Uh-oh. Ooh. I ain't getting into that. Take that conversation somewhere else. Y'all better have that spout at another time. No, it'll be worse than married people.
I love video games. I really do. I love what they do. I love the enjoyment I get playing with my friends. But these companies got to realize that it is a big industry. But just as fast as your customer base can make you, they can break you too.
Well,
But
you know.
EA needs to learn that.
Well, EA will just double down on what works for them, and that is Madden, and that's FIFA, and that's just a reality. And I don't think they got nothing to worry about for a good long time.
Oh, they got plenty to worry about.
Pop says, yeah, you might want to be little silence. She might throw a pan at you. Yeah. If you're referring to me, yep. Nah, she good. She knows I told her I was gonna be here streaming for a little bit. So before I go to WORK today, people, if you're catching this on a VOD again at Mixer, D Live, or on Twitch, that is Endtime, XENDXTIMEX. That's my gamer tag here on Xbox, and of course on YouTube is Drama Free Gaming. Just look it up and you will find me. EA in big trouble. Yeah, they are. But what I mean by that is that EA itself, the administration might change, people might get let go or whatever, fired and whatnot, but EA itself ain't going nowhere. As long as there's a Madden, as long as there's a FIFA, somebody just come in and take over, and who knows? I mean, it'd be nice if somebody came over and did something fresh and new with EA.
Well, the problem with EA and Madden is they hurt themselves.
Oh, the juices.
Without any competition, how can you make a better product?
Well, you monopolize the industry, and that's it. And you do you. Yo, now why is the goose is just getting on my nerves now. In UK, some people's kids spent like $700 on FIFA. Oh my goodness. Nintendo refunded them, but still. That is
Man, I would kick my
ridiculous.
son in the teeth. He better not ever tell me, Dad, I spent $700 on this. What? Brother, you know you do the same thing. If one of your kids told you, hey, Pop, I spent $700 on this piece of crap.
Well, but you know,
it's done by EA.
I'm telling you what, if they can get away with it, they gonna do it. And what's the kicker, Pops? He says, you want to know the kicker? No pun intended. They still didn't get the character they wanted. Oh yeah, of course.
What character?
I think they were looking for a specific like player or something. Cause you know that's all part of that loot box, you know, garbage stuff that I just feel that way about loot boxes because people who have those addictive personalities or are just naive will get hooked into that whole loop of trying to get something by chance, not understanding that you probably got a better chance of getting hit by lightning than you do in getting what you want out of a loot box. I'm for real.
That's very true.
I am for real,
have you heard
man.
The arguments they tried to make though.
But I've heard so many arguments for that I've kind of like grown tone deaf to it.
Give me that tail.
You know, at the end of the day, I say, you know what? If it's fair, after I've looked at it and researched it and whatnot, I got no problem with it. I got no problem with, you know, games trying to monetize. You know, you're trying to make some additional money, give some longevity to the game, but don't do it by some, you know, underhanded, sneaky way, you know, it's just no good.
All of it is a predatory practice. What they're doing is garbage. They're taking advantage of people, and they're trying to justify it.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a shame.
It's a shame that people fall for it.
Well, and like you said, are you gonna put this guy away? I'm trying to put him to sleep. There you go. Return to base. Is it base or return to the hub?
Return to base. Go to sleep, bottom.
I didn't even know he was sculling. I was so busy looking at the chat.
He wasn't sculling. I just saw that little lip.
Oh.
Come here.
Pop says, I'll buy skins all day long, but I know what I'm getting. Exactly. That's where I don't have an issue with it. If I know what I'm getting, you know, even if you tell me, okay, there is, and with that, that's kind of like walking the line. Let me just say this, preface what I'm about to say. If you tell me there is a pool of 20 items, and every time you buy something, it eliminates it from that pool, so you don't get the same one. Okay, maybe. It depends.
Well, they tried that. EA tried that, and it still didn't work.
Well, I'm not saying that EA tried it. Well, let's just look at the Division. The Division is doing that with their cosmetics.
Oh,
they're doing that. They've been doing that. And
but you
that's
can
why
buy the outright suit if you want to.
You can buy it, but there's certain things that they are not putting into the pool of things that you can actually farm for until it first goes through that process. Like, they'll first make it only available through a certain event for a certain amount of weeks, and then they take it off, and then you have to do something else. So it's a while before it gets into like the actual pool. But just imagine if there's 2,000 items in a pool already and you're adding another 200, that makes your chances even far less of getting that. So you think to yourself, okay, the sensible, smart thing to do is let me go purchase it, but I gotta go through this process of I'm gonna buy one thing and I have a 1 in 20 chance of getting it, and then the next time a 1 in 19, and then the next time a 1 in 18 until I actually get it. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's still, you know, bringing out the addictive culture. So I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So it's like No, I want to be able to, if I want to get a certain thing that's a certain color, certain way, I want to be able to go in there and pay for it, take it, and that's it. And it's a done deal.
You know what I honestly think though, and as far as cosmetics or anything else, if they want to do it the simple way, they should make one huge cosmetic pack. Like you get 100 outfits, $25. Take it all. No loophole, no nothing. Just here. Pay 25, you get it all. Done.
Right.
You know, skip trying to make everybody pay for it. A dollar here. Don't nickel and dime me. If you want to get the money out of me, present the entire plate to my face and make my mouth water for it.
Yeah, but you don't make money that way. You know, you make money.
can.
You make money by nickel and diming people. That's how you make the money.
That's true. I mean,
That's because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for people to come back. It's not a it's not a one stop shop like you're talking about. Like I can go in there, pay $25, I'm done. I'm not coming back. They want people to keep coming back. And Pop says here we went from pay to win to loot boxes. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did, and it's still something that we're still wrestling with and struggling with today. But what do you do? What do you do? You vote again. You vote with your wallet. Am I gonna put up with it? Am I gonna play this game, knowing that it has XYZ in it and it might affect my overall progress in the game? You see, I won't play a game like that if I know that it's crucial and necessary for me to buy something in order to progress. And I'm talking about a single player experience. I'm not talking about PvP. A single player experience, because that's what I play most all the time. Then I'm not doing it. No way. No way. I think that's the reason why I don't play PvP. Because PvP, like Pops just said, the pay to win, the loot boxes, a lot of the games have that built in where it's like, hey, skip over the process of farming and playing the game and progression and all that other stuff and just flat out buy the gear, the equipment that you need, and there you go.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and not to mention this whole early access garbage as well, where you divide the community, where you give you give the elite community, the ones who are willing to pay an extra X amount of dollars to get into your game first a whole week earlier. Like, come on,
Don't get me started with that.
Well, I'm getting you started. I'm
Don't
poking you.
get me started with that. It's let the bear sleep in peace.
Yeah, it's just nuts. I don't find it. How are you gonna foster community by splitting them? Splitting up content. That's what got me away from. Well, I'm gonna confess, I played Vanilla Destiny on the PlayStation. That's the only reason why I got the PlayStation, to play Vanilla Destiny, because Sony and Destiny, Activision and Bungie, they all made a deal and they all got the exclusive content. And I was like, you know what? I want to play this game that bad that I'm going to get a PlayStation just so that I can play it on PlayStation. That's when all my friends were on Xbox. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious, man. Yeah, and it sucked. I had to go out and make additional friends and whatnot, and it wasn't a bad experience, but I would have rather played all of that content on my Xbox.
And that's, it's a money grab. Anybody with two eyes in their head can see that. Money grab. Hey, we got this over here. Come to us first. Eventually, the other systems will get it. But that's why exclusive bargains and bids. I don't worry about that.
That's what Pops is saying right now. Pops saying I spent 120 on Destiny 2 on release, and now it's going free to play. 120 is a lot of beer money. Yeah.
Hey, man. Bungie went ahead, told you to spread your cheeks open, and you let them have everything they wanted.
It's just
They
crazy.
got you, bro.
It's just crazy. But you know what,
Zane
Pops,
Donovan, come on.
I'm gonna tell you this. That would have probably been me if I didn't cause myself to walk away from Destiny back in Destiny 1, because I haven't played Destiny
What are we
2.
hunting, by the way?
Same thing, Radabon.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going after Radabon so we can finish the weekly.
What's Radabon?
Dragon.
Oh, okay. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I put a lot of hours into Destiny 1, Vanilla Destiny. I never completed a raid from beginning to end. I kind of like jumped into raids with groups and whatnot. That was not an enjoyable thing for me. But it was what it was.
That's very true.
And that's why I feel so strongly about the raids here for the division. It's not viable to people unless they have a DPS build and have a group of 8 that they can round up at the snap of a finger and jump in there. It's I don't know, man. It's got to be a better way. There has to be a better way.
Well, the best way is for companies to try to take their hands out of it and stop trying to put the employees and the programmers on crunch. Because the more you put them on crunch, the more bugs get out, things get missed. Then you have to go deal with patches. Then you got to deal with upset customers. And then you got people walking out, like Patrick Sutherland, that thinks that, hey, things are going to be all right, guys. Don't worry about it. We got this. Anthony will be here for the next 10 years. Really? Really?
Has it already been 10 months for
Anthem came out
Anthem?
in February.
It just feels like it's been out. And guys, anybody catching this, I am not a proponent of any game, any company failing, because I know that behind the company name there are human beings. I don't think anyone goes out and spends years of their lives on a game saying, I want to make the biggest piece of trash I can make. No, I don't believe that. And I don't want to see no company fail. I really don't.
I think the programmers and the people who do all the hard work, I feel sorry for them just for the simple fact look how much pressure they get put under. Look how they have to take the heat because we got to rush this out because the people that invest in us want this. It's like, well, who cares what they want? If they can't make a good game, you suffer for it in the end.
Yeah, I mean, I think, things were. We got to take a page from, again, the companies that are out there that are actually doing it right. Up until this point, CD Projekt Red, Naughty Dog. Who else did we mention here?
Now did you hear? And I know you recently, a little while ago, learned about this person. But guess who tried to say something about CD Projekt Red?
Don't tell me it's that lady, whatever her face is.
Anita Sarkeesian.
Oh man, she went bankrupt. I don't even want to talk about her. Her whole company went bankrupt. I could care less. I just found out about her the other day, and I saw a clip, and I said, nah, I don't want nothing to do with this lady. And then I heard that she and her company went bankrupt, and I'm like, cool, that's it. That's what happens when you're, doing something you shouldn't be doing.
Well, I mean, she wanted to. What's the word I'm looking for? I guess
she wanted to consult for CD
Consult?
Projekt Red. Yeah, she wanted to do consultation, but she reached out to them, and I don't think that they even acknowledged her.
They didn't even entertain it. They didn't entertain it at all.
And good on them.
And I mean, well, I'm not gonna knock her for trying to do what she does and make money. What's your hustle is your hustle. I'm not somebody to knock that. But it's kind of hard to, make a hustle when the job you already got you can't sustain.
Well, she wasn't even trying to be productive. She wanted like to literally, you know, change the whole game industry to something that it's never gonna become. Talking about it wasn't inclusive enough and patronizing women, yada yada yada. When you bring those agendas into a medium like gaming or movies, like go ahead and go to Hollywood with that and tell them, hey, you need to make movies that are not violent, that don't portray any sexual scenes, etc., etc., etc. Well, you might as well not have any Hollywood, right?
They've already done it.
Because that's what they're all about.
Hollywood's already on the get broke go broke trend.
But that's how it's always been. Those are mediums that are gonna go, and they're gonna follow the trend. Tomorrow, let's say tomorrow, the most popular thing in the world is vanilla bean ice cream. That's what everybody's gonna go after, because that's what's gonna make money. They don't care about what's right or wrong, man. It's about the bottom line.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, it's not about they actually believe that stuff, man. They don't believe none of that stuff. Oh man, this guy's just like, I mean, I'm around a lot of young people on a daily, just because of the nature of what I do, and sometimes I hear the conversations they having and whatnot, and I quickly understand. You know what? If we as grown adults don't influence our kids and help them, try to steer them in a direction where they can actually develop some true convictions based on factual things, and not just on feelings and opinions of others, our youth is gonna be in some deeper trouble than they are already.
Well, it's already going that bad.
Yeah, I'm saying, to help, the matter and not worsen it, and you can't be combative. You just got to put it out there, and whoever bites, because we're not in a time where you can say, now listen, I know what I'm talking about and you don't. No, because there's something called Wikipedia that tells you everything that you need to know under the sun, and you ain't gotta like have a degree or anything. You can just click a button and you got knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it sounds facetious, but there are no quote unquote, and I'm not saying there isn't, but I'm saying this is just how it's viewed. There are no experts. There are no individuals that know. Everybody knows. The problem is what is it that you adhere to, and is it factual or not? And with all these feelings and stuff going around, exactly, it's more about feelings and subjectivity. Exactly, that was my point. Oh, this guy just smacked me.
I saw you get smacked back like that. I think Ben Shapiro said it the best. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Facts don't care about what?
Facts don't care about your feelings.
Yeah, well.
And it's the truth. Yeah. If something is a complete fact and you don't like it, the fact don't care. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
The fact that you take it to heart and you can't accept it, that's your problem.
Yeah.
It ain't the facts problem.
Yeah. But when you live during a time where everything's redefined, there's a redefinition to everything, even facts. What's factual for me could be a fairy tale for you.
Touche. But at the
That's
same time, you know as well as I do, facts are proven.
of course.
Proven thing.
Yeah, I know, but we remember we're from a different we're a different species. We're from a different era.
No, don't say it like that, man. This man said like we endangered. We just walking around the plains of Africa as endangered lions. Like, it's only a matter of time for they get us.
Pops is saying that's why I went back to Checkers because its only DLC is chess pieces. That's right. You know what you're getting, right, Pops? Pops trying to lighten the mood. I mean, we got into this conversation only because it's something that, on an ongoing basis, I think it's healthy for us to at times, even though as completely outside of the industry and with our own, again, opinions and whatnot. I'm not saying we speak for the majority, but I'm sure that there's a lot of people that think the same way. That are saying what's going on, with going back, to the gaming industry and it's not just the gaming industry, it's all over.
I remember when I had a Super Nintendo, I spent $69 on an RPG called Chrono Trigger. And to this day, Chrono Trigger is still one of my most favorite games. It doesn't need a patch. It doesn't need to be changed. And that's what I would love to go back to. Here, sir, $69.99 for your game. Oh, thank you. And the game is perfect.
Well, let's be fair. Let's be accurate in what we're saying, right? We're gonna go there. That was a two-edged sword, because if you got a game and there was some sort of, something that needed to be quote unquote patched, there was no way of going back to that game and patching it. You had a broken game, period.
True, but that's why I'll be fair. That's why 75% of games back then were never broken.
All right, well, I'm just gonna say, and I'm just playing the devil's advocate here. I'm just gonna play the devil's advocate. That 75% that you threw out there, I mean, that I don't know. That's a statistic you came up with, but I'm just saying.
Numbers out now. Come on now.
We felt like 75. Let's just preface it like it felt like 75% of the games were okay. I mean, there's plus and minuses, and now I'll go back to earlier on in our conversation. Because of the internet, because games are, could be added onto DLC, could be, offered the longevity of a game, could be extended, and that's all. Those things are good. Those are all good things. But
oh, absolutely.
Bottom line is. I look at it as, it's like you're building a house. If your foundation ain't right, I don't care how pretty the house looks, when you're done, sooner or later it's gonna fall apart.
Well,
because your
definitely proving that now.
Yeah, your foundation ain't right, and that's why, CD Projekt Red, they're doing what they're doing, and Naughty Dog is doing what they're doing and been doing. And who else did we say? We said Naughty Dog, CD Projekt Red, and what's the other game company we just mentioned? I forget.
I mean, but they're out there. Come on, Roddy. Oh, they throw the tile like that?
And I'll tell you what. Oh, he's sculling. Just drop a... Yeah, he started sculling. I saw it on the little mini map. I mean, even Bethesda, look at how long they take between putting out games. Now, they don't have a perfect track record, We know it. You know, Fallout 76, which I'm gonna say I didn't play. I wasn't interested. I did play.
I did.
I played Fallout 4. Well, that was my first introduction into the Fallout universe, and I liked the game. But
Well,
76.
New Vegas was the best one.
Well, I mean, you know, again, that's I can't say anything to that because I've never played it. But
Okay, fair enough.
but you know, and I don't even think it was Bethesda who did the expansion that Fallout New Vegas. I think it was somebody else. If I'm not mistaken, it might have been Obsidian.
No, I think Obsidian dropped off at Fallout 2.
Okay, but
Or
I
it might
know
have been New Vegas.
I know that New Vegas.
Not 100% sure.
I don't think New Vegas was done by Bethesda. I think that expansion was done by somebody else.
I mean, I can't knock Bethesda because they have made some of my favorite games. I love the Evil Within series. They have done a great job with that, and you know, there are a lot of great companies that make great games. They just have crappy backers, and I think a lot of that is the problem.
Yeah.
If you don't hit these check marks, then your game won't do well. I remember the thing with Kingdom Come, when you know it was supposed to be a historically accurate game that I think happened in Poland, and you know, I mean, they had the whole war going down. I mean, it was, and they put their, I mean, and they had historians involved. They wanted to be accurate, and people try to, you know, jump on it. Oh, your game doesn't have this race in it. It doesn't do that. And I'm like, the game is historically accurate. They don't need to check no check boxes. Oh, the game's not gonna do well. The game sells over 2 million copies. So now you guys gotta eat crow for knocking them for it. You know, and that's what I don't like. Stop making games political. Just stop.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can.
Monster Hunter's not a political.
I can probably add to that. The only I'll add to that is, you know, I think there's just certain things that just need to stay separate, and I agree with what you're saying. On that note, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in a few. Snap! I thought they couldn't get any uglier than what they got just now. Holy moly. The tentacles. Yo, what about like locking on? Yeah, watch the quills, huh?
We gotta take out the
Tentacles down! Now's your chance! Tear that damn thing off!
That's why. Staple it down. Oh, he just ripped it off. Blood won't grow. Let's go. Oh, that's dope. Oh, he ain't happy.
Another tentacle down!
Go, 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 go. Staple that bad boy down. Let's go. Let's go. staple that bad boy up. Focus on this one right here.
Another one's down.
Let's go. He's so dumb, he pulling that thing back.
Rockets away.
Oof. Doof. Yo, this thing is ugly.
Here they come. Rockets are away. Firing now. All right, last tentacle's down.
Yo, he roars, that whole screen shakes. What's going on, Sleek? Yo, this is crazy. I'm shooting him in his ugly mug, but he ain't dying. Firing what? Tag, no more airstrikes. No.
All right. Everyone, get out.
Tag, that's a rough landing.
But we got swarm down here to deal with. Just finish that damn thing off. Hey, Ben, what's the Raven's condition? Main rotor's okay.
All right, let me get this Trail Safari out of the way. Send them out again. We're coming up on the 1 hour mark. I'll try to hit 2 more Rotobans, or at least 1 more. If I get really hungry afterwards, after this fight, then I'm gonna just stop it. Cause I am hungry now.
Brother say I'm smelling the whiff of that chicken that the missus is making.
You know she is. I think she is. No, she's making pork chops. But that's not gonna be for now. That's gonna be for like when I come back. That ain't for now.
You had to think about it for a minute. You were like, wait, is she making chicken?
No, she was gonna make like a whole chicken and whatnot, but she ain't take it out earlier, so.
Oh, brother, I feel the hurtness of your soul behind that.
It's all right. We might be competing with some background music here in a little bit, so. But that's just my wife needs to put on some music when she's getting her stuff done, so bear with me, people.
So she got to getting her groove on, brother.
Yeah, you know how it is, man. It's like last night I was in the garage, and that's where I do my workouts and whatnot, and you know I put on a specific type of music for that. I like listening to Creed when I'm working out.
Oh, good band.
Yeah, I just listen to them, and let me post this. And that puts me in the zone. So I hit that elliptical with my 50-pound vest on and that plastic sauna suit thing that makes you sweat.
You out here looking like Little Mac running.
Brother, well, I'm not in the running. I used to run, man. I used to run a lot when I was in the Corps and even afterwards, but you know, gotta try to get back to that.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I tried to run, I would probably get about 10 minutes and my knee would go, nope.
Yeah.
And I would fold like a bad poker hand.
Well, I'm weighing 240, and I put on a 50-pound vest. And that's just how I train, and I get on that elliptical, and I hit it for at least a half hour. Yeah, I hit it for at least a half hour, and yeah, I feel like I'm gonna die afterwards, but I keep telling myself,
Oh,
this is the weight that you don't want to be, 300 pounds. That's how it feels.
That's a nice reminder to oneself.
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
oh yeah. So
I'm gonna be hitting the gym here next week. I got a membership, so
okay, cool.
I'm gonna need that. It's that initial motivational bump to get in there.
Well, brother, you just need to go in there and don't cheat yourself. You know, just get over the hump. Those first couple of workouts are the worst.
Oh, I know. I already know I'm gonna be wheezing, puffing, and dying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just break it. You know what? I do the calisthenics, aka the elliptical, because again I don't want to like hurt my knees or anything like that, and that's like really low impact. You're not running, but you're doing the same motion as if you was running, and that helps you drop the weight, man. At least a half hour to 40 minutes, as intense as you can, and then afterwards just hit the weights and you're good.
Yeah, there.
Wish you was closer, man. I would hit that gym with you.
Hey, man, I wish I was too. 'Cause I know at least you be like, dude, get your butt out the house. You ain't lollygagging. We going to do this.
Oh yeah, and anybody who tells you that they love working out and all that, they're lying to you. Okay? Ain't nobody likes working out.
Well, no.
No, nobody likes working out.
Absolutely adore it.
No, they're just in
Come
love.
on, man.
No.
You can't say
No. Listen.
Make it
They
a broad generalization.
they say they love it because they love the results they see. They're really in love with themselves. That's all it is. It's not that they love working out. They love how they look, how they feel. But working out itself, no. If they could take a pill and look the way they look, they would take the pill. Trust me.
Sadly enough, I might just have to agree with
Yeah,
you.
no. You agree with me, brother. That's they ain't no. You can't argue that point. Nobody likes working out, and that's.
I'm
And
not trying to argue it.
look at Pops. Pops chiming in after he was quiet. It says hashtag truth. Yeah, I mean all these dudes, even like like in the old school, like in our times, Arnold and Sylvester Stallone and whatever. No, they know if they stop, they're gonna go back to what they were. So, yeah, man, I can't stand working out. I can't stand it, but I sure like the results. Oh, look at the juice is already here. Come on, man.
You know, Basil can't keep his nose out of nothing.
I just flashed him, so you need to get out of my face.
Why I come over here and just see a smackdown going on?
Yeah, you seen like Radobon's leaving. Leave, bro. That's I'm trying to give you a chance to get out of here. Oh, and now the juice is up. Should have left when I flashed him in the first place.
Man, you know the juice. You and the juice, y'all got some quite a beef anyway.
I don't want to know nothing about the juice.
The juice is loose.
Oh man, I swung a little
Man,
bit
how
too
you gonna
early.
roll me over when I just get here? Really?
This is mantle up. Yep, this mantle's done.
Are you hollering though?
Oh! Oh, you punk. Get out of here. I'm telling you, since I customized that the wheel, it makes a world of difference playing this game. All props goes to Game Economist for putting me onto it and giving it to me kindergarten style, so that I understood, wait a minute, this needs to get done. Although he might never see my videos, but that's okay. It's cool.
Hey, you know what? You're giving credit where credit is due.
Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah,
all
that,
of it.
that wheel, brother, I'm telling you, you know what I'm talking about, right? Where you put your certain things to
Yeah.
craft and whatnot, dude, that makes a world of difference instead of going through the menu.
Oh, I like Game Economist videos, by the way. That dude knows what he's talking about. Knows what
yeah.
he's doing. There's another one, they do the Monster Hunter, they're called like the Monster Hunter Mathematician or something like that.
Oh, I think
They
I've
tell
seen
you
them.
all the,
Yeah,
they tell you all the numbers of the game. It was actually pretty funny.
yeah. They got some deep diving mathematical analytical stuff going on. See, I think that's what did it for me when Marco Styles broke down the RNG percentage. At least I heard it from him first, and he said that it was like -0. I said, oh my gosh. I think that's what did it for me as far as any joy or any hopes that I thought I had playing Division 2.
Well, there's always joy and hope playing Division 2. They're making great improvements on the game. You can't ask for nothing more than that.
Yes, I can. I was waiting for you to
Well,
say
you
that.
can.
Yes, I can, and I will. What is this? Is it Willis Gaming, or who's the other dude? I think he keeps bringing up the same. He keeps bringing up the same thing about the RNG, and he said, you know what? I know there's changes coming, and it's all fine and dandy, and I'm happy, but I'm not going to, not report that the RNG still sucks, because if we forget about those issues, trust me, they'll forget about those issues.
Oh yeah, I agree. You can't let them drop it.
Pops is saying Div 2 is the new Anthem. Ooh, I wouldn't go that far.
No.
Jay. No, I wouldn't go that far.
That's sacrilege right there.
Even with my bias for the Division, the franchise, no man, no, it's not. You still got, you have a hardcore group that plays, that remains playing, but you have a lot of people who've come into the franchise and they bounce in and out, but like us, they're not informed as to, let's say, the intricacies of the game. They don't watch YouTube videos, and they don't know this thing about the RNG and skills and roles not being relevant and all this other stuff. They're not keeping up with the news. Hence, they continue to play. We're the ones that groan about it because, we know what the game's all about and what the game could be and should be.
Pops didn't come around when the Division 1 was just a mess.
Yeah, Pop says, yep, their loot drop is about the same. No, Anthem doesn't have a loot drop. They don't have any content. They can't drop something they don't have. So, Dad,
That's for sure.
they have nothing. I never found
The only
one
thing-
D50 yellow. What's that? Never found one D50 yellow.
Oh, you mean the legendaries?
Oh, the legendary on Anthem? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I got like 3 of them.
I don't know, man. It's been so long ago that I don't know.
I would play Anthem again if they did it right.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I would jump back to Anthem, and like I said, I'm not gonna play Anthem for about a year if it still exists. And I have not logged
It'll be
on.
here.
I haven't logged on. Y'all can go back and check when was the last time I logged on, and it's gonna be a year. Trust me. Oh, got him out.
Look at this dude looking all burly, swirling and shaking and shit.
Oh, here comes the juice.
Oh, here come the juice.
Oh, come on, get it to the front. Let's go.
Came in with the dive bomb.
Alright, he's down. And I'm gonna put on my mantle because this guy's gonna come with some crazy stuff here. Come on, why you trying to barbecue Radabon? Nah, Div 2. Oh, you said D50 yellow on Div 2? No, he's being facetious, I bet. That's Pops. Or sarcastic. You ain't gonna find a D50 on a D50 yellow if what you're talking about is what I'm thinking.
Oh, he's talking about the Desert Eagle.
Oh, the Desert Eagle. Okay.
I got like 4 of those things.
Playing the other day with a couple of people. I never realized how much you have to do in order to get the Nemesis. Is it like all the missions you have to run and how many weeks you have to be on there? No, but man, this sucks. Not hard to get it. It's just the time. It's time consuming. Don't you have to like go through like a certain amount of missions and do that for like 4 weeks and then you have to do something else?
No. All you gotta do is go to the Tidal Basin.
Uh-huh.
You kill that boss.
Uh-huh.
And then when the invaded missions pop up, you're looking for a certain boss to kill from the invaded mission.
Okay.
And there you go.
It's just like
That's
that.
it. You're just going around killing bosses.
Okay.
Ain't nothing difficult about it.
Okay. Here comes the juice again. Juice is like trying to take my lunch money. What's going on? Dude, get out of here.
Jesus out here. Bullying.
Get down, you dummy. Where's Radabon? Which way did Radabon go? That's all I care about. This guy's trying to like, I know I'm gonna be like in the totally opposite direction. Radabon's down here.
Dude, way down there.
He went down here.
Why can't I fast travel?
Cause you're in combat, aren't you? I don't even know where this dude's at. Let me mark him on the map. If this dude, that's
Odo.
yeah, I see him. Oh, there's Odo.
Odo, creep.
Odo won't mess with you though, unless you mess with him.
Man.
But where's Roto? Is he up here or is he down?
Nah, he's there. You go. Come here. Come here. He running away from.
Oh, he went up the hill again.
Running away from the. He running away from Goose.
Okay, he went up the
Why
hill.
you messing with me, Goose? I ain't even do that. Wow, my cat got blown up.
Okay, I see.
Goose, I ain't got nothing for you today, Goose. You can keep that.
All right, here we go.
I'm just sitting over here hanging out like it's okay. And you go trying to roll on me again.
I was gonna say, why you leave? Why you leaving? Come on. Oh, you hit him with a flash.
Nah. He got out of the way. You hollering so much over Garrosh. Now he's flash.
Oh yeah, hunger is settling in. This is probably gonna be my last hunt here before I break out. 'Cause I can't think right when I'm hungry.
You hitting that Mr. T commercial? Snickers! Get some nuts! Oh!
Oh man, I didn't even know that those commercials existed. They should bring those back.
Oh, oh man, I might have to go watch those commercials one more time
Snickers,
just to get a laugh.
get some nuts.
Love those commercials, man.
Tells that dude, you call that running?
You gonna run like a real man.
Guy was speed walking.
Speed walking.
Man, I can't wait for Iceborne, man, and the new moves with this glaive. It's gonna be sick. With all the weapons, man. The whole clutch claw thing, that's gonna be bad.
I want to know how many new turf wars we're gonna have. I want to know how the new monsters are gonna react with the old ones.
Yeah, well, and they said that was gonna be the last content that they were going to put out for Monster Hunter World. So that means, whatever comes next gonna be a whole new game.
I mean, this is an old engine they're using.
Well, I mean, you got next gen consoles right around the corner.
I'm pretty sure they've been working on a new one.
Pop says, wasn't nothing as good as Mr. T and World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah, when he was riding the saber-tooth tiger.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Oh, I'll send it to you. Oh,
Okay, I gotta see that.
was hilarious. Yeah, I'll see after the hunter's over. I'll send it. Man, Mr. T, he was looking all epic riding his saber-tooth tiger.
That's crazy.
Oh man, Paul, why you bring that one back though? That one, that's a good one.
Man, I haven't hit any boom clips on this on none of this stream at all. Pops, if you catch something spectacular, just type in that exclamation point boom, see if it works. I try to catch at least one clip. Oh,
Go ahead, man. Get off me.
I was gonna say this guy ain't. It's like not sculling or anything. As much as we've been pouncing on him.
I don't know what it is.
Let's see if it comes up. Oh yeah, it came up. I always transition. I gotta put it on the main screen as well because I have one where it will transition on this screen right now. That's what I get for looking at chat, exactly. I've been told I gotta interact if I'm streaming. I could just like completely ignore you, right? Yeah, I gotta put it on this big screen so that when somebody in the chat, like yourself, Pops, interacts with the boom, then it'll come out on the big screen. The other one's reserved for when I do it manually over here on my Elgato.
Why's it got to be named the cat, man?
I don't know. I didn't name it. Elgato Stream Deck. Makes it convenient.
Cat Stream Deck.
It's pretty cool. And recently I've discovered that if you're fighting a creature with the glaive and you hit the RT trigger, you see that move that I just did? He'll hit the creature wherever on. If you got him marked for the face, or he's gonna mark a spot on the monster, and then your Kinsect will automatically attack that spot. And I've been playing.
Now I don't know nothing about no glaive.
And I've been playing this game for like close to 700 hours, and I just found that out watching again Game Economist. I'm gonna go card this tail while he's in there. He probably gonna smack me up while I'm carving his tail. Nope, he didn't.
Up on it, homie. There we go.
If everything goes right for my wife's ability, I'll be getting a new stream set up soon. Nice, dude. Just getting a setup, even if you don't stream, would be really cool. Like, I'm kind of happy now that I did what I did as far as building the PC and putting stuff together the way I have, because with that Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, there's games in there that I actually would play on my PC, and actually only available on the PC. So through Ultimate. Oh, he's sculling. Yeah, I'm not gonna put a trap down. I just. Ah, here comes the juice. Juice, shut up.
I Goose come in yelling what it is, though.
Can't wait to get back into PC gaming. Yeah, there's some games. Like, there's a game called Astroneer. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's on Xbox. You can play it on the computer as well. Oh, come on. And I would love to play that on the PC.
Goose, I take it.
Oh, no. Let's just put this guy to sleep. Might as well. Well, I see you got bombs and stuff. Go ahead if you want to blow him up. Just put him away. I'm gonna go eat. I got one more of these Rauterbans to hunt, but I'm killing this stream. Nah, I'm gonna go eat.
That brother's my stomach is growling.
Yeah, man. I don't mess around, man. I could get all that, the shakes and everything, and you don't want to see End Time here violent on the stream, so I get mad. I get mad. I start getting that Joker grin on my face. It's just not happening, bro. I start having bad thoughts.
You gotta realize this ain't cell block maximum security, baby. You just can't get like that.
Yeah, well, brother, I'm gonna shut this down, guys. Hopefully you've tolerated the chat today. I think we had an interesting conversation. It's an ongoing conversation we have here from time to time. Appreciate you being here, Pops. Appreciate you being here, Jay, Dark Dad. Catch us again on YouTube at Drama Free Gaming. Everywhere else on End Time. That's XENDXTIMEX. I will be gone. Maybe until tomorrow. Let's see. I gotta wrap up this weekly. Might do that tonight, but I'm not streaming tonight. Well, let me stop lying. I'll be coming home and working out, so no stream tonight. Maybe no gaming, but it's all good.
Nah, that Sandman gonna wrap his hands around your throat
as soon as I'm done, bro. Yesterday I was having like hot flashes after I worked out. I was like, oh my god, I gotta go to sleep. But anyways, peeps, I will catch up with you as always. As we say here, be good to one another and keep it drama free. Later.